Hey everybody, Blaine Austin here. It's Sewing Machines Plus, and welcome to our live Thursday show. Guys, we have got a treat for you today. And as you can see right in front of me, I have the brand new Bernette B79 Yaya Han edition machine. And guys, this thing is awesome looking. We've been admiring it this morning, and we have Yaya Han herself is going to be on the show today, guys. And if you don't know who she is yet, you're in for a treat. This girl is so talented and such a good sewer, and so we're looking forward to her coming on and hearing all about Yaya and how she came up with the machine and all the things that she does. Hey, before we get too deep into the show this morning, though, got to say big shout out to some of the SMP Nation out there. We got Lynn Thacker over in Kentucky. So good afternoon, Lynn. Kathy G up in Ohio. We have Joanne Hall in Vancouver watching. We have Carolyn Thomas over in Texas watching. We have Debbie Wells in Virginia. Gorgeous Rose in El Paso, Texas watching. And we have Linda Hilliard up in New York. So good afternoon to all y'all. Most of y'all are all on the Central and East Coast and up in the North. So guys, we are out here in sunny California, and it is very sunny out here. It's been pretty hot. We've got some unusually hot weather right now. It's been in the 90s, and but it is sunny. That's a key thing.
Clear.
It is clear and sunny. I got my good friends Kennedy and Kyle here this morning.
Good morning.
And helping us run the show. And guys, I got to give you a date. So I want to remind y'all, SewFest is just around the corner, guys. Mark the date down. It's going to be September 11th through the 15th. We're going to have SewFest. And we already been hard at work on it, trying to get all of our guests, trying to get the machine line up. And so we got some great things going on with that. So, and guys, we still have some really good specials going on right now. We just launched our promotions basically for July and August, and we've got some really good promotions going right now. So make sure go check out SewingMachinesPlus.com. The homepage, we have a lot of the promotions on there. If you haven't signed up for our email, go sign up for our email. You can just go to SewingMachinesPlus.com, scroll down at the very bottom of the page, and you'll have a place where it just says sign up for our newsletter. And make sure that y'all get on the email list, because Roger sends all the emails out, and he's constantly sending all the specials and things out. So we have a lot of great things going right now.
And text messages too.
Yeah, I like the text message.
Yeah.
I actually like the text message better.
Yeah.
Getting them. You can sign up for text messages as well. And then it'll notify you about the show here.
Yeah.
Always gives you the reminder. When we go live, I think it goes 5 minutes before we go live, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It sends a text message out. So that is always a really good, cool thing to do. Gives you that reminder, and so you won't forget. And but we got a lot of great things going. And anyway, we are still working on a lot of different promotions, and we're working on a lot of our shows that are coming up. We got some really good shows in the funnel coming up that I think you'll enjoy. And I want to make sure too that y'all are always up to date on all the stuff. And how you can do that, Kennedy, is
our social media.
There you go.
Woo.
Make sure that if y'all haven't liked our Facebook page, even if you're watching on YouTube today, go like our Facebook page. It'll give you notifications. And then Kennedy also hosts a private group over there just for the SMP Nation. And make sure that y'all go, sign up for that private group, and you can get in there. And we share a lot of things in there. We give special discount codes sometimes. We have drawings in there. We do, projects. We do all kinds of things that you'll kind of get in the know. So make sure you go sign up for that. And if you if you're watching on Facebook today and you haven't subscribed to our YouTube page, go subscribe to the YouTube page. Now, if you want to get notifications on YouTube when we have a live event scheduled, all you have to do is, even if you've already subscribed, if you go to the page, you'll see up at the very top under the big picture at the top of the page, it has a bell notification. Hit that bell notification, and what that does, that notifies you anytime we schedule a live show. Excuse me. So that way you'll always be kind of in the know and making sure you're not going to miss anything. But guys, again, today I'm pretty pumped about this machine. And this machine, and y'all get to see it right now. This thing, this is a brand new release from Bernina, and this is the Bernette B79, and it's the Yaya Han edition. And the reason it's called the Yaya Han edition, she actually designed the way the machine looks. Purple is her favorite color. And also we have a very special package with this. Not only are you getting the normal accessories, but you're getting some extra designs, and you get basically 8 extra feet. So it automatically comes with 10 feet from Bernina, but Yaya is put 8 more in there. So you're getting 18 feet with this. And then also today, we have a really special deal. You see this purple sew mat, our world famous sewing mats. Well, the mats today, if you buy a machine, you can get the mat for $20, the purple mat to go with it. And it's going to be the extra large size purple mat. It's normally $50. You're getting it for $20 to go with the machine. And we do have a call-in special today as well. So you want to make sure, if you're interested in the machine, give us a call. Write our number down. It's 800-401-8151. And so we do have a call-in special day. We're going to have some special financing available today as well. I just got off the phone with Synchrony, didn't I, Kyle, right before we went on air. And so we got special financing lined up too. The price on the machine is $24.99. And guys, you're getting a really great machine for that price. I think this thing, think about Bernina machines. The technology is put into Bernina, and this machine is no exception. This is a combination machine. It's going to be a sewing and embroidery. And right now we have the embroidery unit on it. Now it comes with one of those flat extension tables. When you're doing in the sewing mode, you pull the embroidery unit off, you can put a flat extension table that comes with it. And then you see a ton of stuff up here. You're going to get your foot controller. You get 3 hoops that come with it as well. You're getting the 18 feet that I talked about. And then what's really cool about it, you see this box right here? What do y'all think that is?
A box with a 9 on it?
That's a big one.
With a number 9 on it?
Yeah.
Guys, this is digitizing software. And this is pretty awesome.
And
that
I believe
Bernina's.
that's almost $1,000 software.
Yes.
It
that
is.
right?
This
Yeah.
is a $1,000 box right here, everybody. $1,000 box. So anyway, this is the software. It's the software, embroidery software 9 edition. And this again sells for $1,000 by itself. This comes with the machine as well, because you really do need some sort of digitizing.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to embroidery, once you get into embroidery, and if you're just wanting to do embroidery and use all the built-in designs, hey, it works great. But once you kind of get a little bit of, intermediate or advanced into embroidery, everybody always wants to kind of change the design a little bit, make it unique, resize it. There's a lot of things you can do. That's why the designer, software a lot of times is really a good thing to have.
And at least in my experience, as soon as you start embroidering, you don't want to stop. So being able to create your own embroidery designs, logos, any pictures that you want, there's so much you can do with that software. And this bundle is just, it's amazing. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. And, like I said, this machine basically, is a 6x10 embroidery field. And so you're going to get some really cool, getting 3 hoops. You're getting 1 hoop. It's almost, they do it in millimeters. And so the millimeters, I forgot the exact millimeter measurements, but it's basically a 6x10 hoop. And then you're getting like a 5x7. And then you're getting a smaller hoop. And I'll give you all the sizes when we go through all the specs a little later. But really good sizes on the hoop sizes. And then the great thing about this too, you can pull the embroidery unit off. You could go into the sewing mode, put the sewing extension table. You can drop the feed dogs on this, so then you can do free motion quilting. So that's what's really cool about it. And then the speed, the foot controller basically controls the speed, almost like a speed controller. You can make it go faster or slower based, on what you're trying to do. And this one, the feed dogs, you have an upper feed dog and a lower feed dog on it. So really cool machine, and the color looks fantastic. So I'm pretty excited about that. And so, Kennedy, we have an overlay for this today.
Yes, we do.
Let's go ahead and show everybody the overlay of the machine. And then I just kind of go through some of the things that actually come with the machine to give it there. So guys, you see it right there. It's the $24.99 is going to be the price on this. And again, this thing, they already have a B79 out here. Now, this is the Yaya edition B79, but it is just packed full of things. Like I said, you're getting that 3 hoops that come with it. Now, the hoop sizes, it's a 10 by 6, but it's actually 10.2 by 6.2 inches, which that's the embroidery field, and that's the hoop size that they give you, the big one. The next one is a 4.7 by 7. So it's almost like a 5 by 7 hoop, but it's a 4.7 inch by 7.08 inch. So because what they did, they make them in millimeters, and we're converting the millimeters to inches. And then they have a 1.9 inch to a 2.7 inch. So that's why it's got some weird inches, just because of that conversion.
But that small hoop is perfect for like smaller embellishments and other stuff, because the smaller the hoop, the more intricate small designs you can do.
Yeah. And then naturally, it's coming with the Embroidery 9 software. This is the digitizing software. And this thing, again, guys, is $1,000 by itself. Like I said, you're getting the extension table. You're getting the embroidery module. It comes with it. Because, like Bernina, a lot of times you can buy the machine it's a combo machine that does sewing and embroidery. You can buy them without the embroidery modules. But this one comes with the embroidery module. You're getting a dust cover. It comes with it. You're getting the 10 feet plus the 8 feet that Yaya picked, and for a total of 18 feet. Now, if you think about how much Bernina feet are, they have feet that are from like $25 up to $100. So feet average, let's just say a $45 average of a foot, you're getting 18 of those. It has 276 designs that are built in, and Yaya picked 64 of these designs out herself. And then she has 4 designs that are exclusive just to this machine, and one of them is her logo that's built into the machine. So it's kind of a whole cool setup, if you think about it. And so, again, that's why I'm just super excited, and everybody in our industry is really excited about this machine, because again, if you take something Bernina quality and then you kind of make it look good, I mean, it's just a really cool looking machine, and she did such a good job of designing this. But guys, I want to show y'all a little video right now of Yaya. We can go ahead and show that, Kennedy, talking about the introduction of the machine. And then hopefully we'll have her here in just a second, and then we'll talk a little about her and find out a little bit more about Yaya. So let's show that video, Kennedy.
Hi, I'm Yaya Han, a cosplayer and designer you may have seen on social media or at fandom conventions. As a self-taught DIY crafter with over 20 years of experience and over 400 costumes under my belt, I know how nerve-wracking and complex sewing can be, especially when you're under time pressure to finish a project or must use unconventional materials. That's why I'm thrilled to announce that I've partnered with BERNETTE to design something truly special for creative makers everywhere. Introducing the B79 Yaya Han edition. Yes, I got to help make a sewing machine. For the Yaya Han edition, we have combined my knowledge and aesthetics with BERNETTE Swiss design to bring you this elegant, futuristic sewing machine with stylish colors. This is a real eye-catcher in any sewing room. Now, let's talk about the exclusive features of the Yaya Han edition bundle. We have included an additional set of 8 presser feet that I personally selected with garment making in mind. That's a total of 18 different presser feet to help you realize even your boldest creative ideas. As a combo machine, you can sew and do embroidery with the B79 Yaya Han edition. And I made sure to give you all the tools needed to get started. First up, the machine comes preloaded with 276 embroidery designs ready to go. I carefully selected 64 motifs that are perfect for cosplay and fashion, and created 4 additional Yaya Han designs that are all exclusive to this machine. Next, we give you 3 hoops so you can embroider motifs in different sizes, up to 260 by 160 millimeters large. That's an area of over 10 by 6 inches, y'all. And the best part is, we have included the Bernina embroidery software Creator 9, which enables you to design, customize, and edit any embroidery motifs. For those new to embroidery, this means you can digitize custom embroidery from any image. This program gives you the power to embellish anything, from costumes to everyday wear to household items. The Creator 9 opens the door to the world of embroidery, and I can't wait for you to experience it. Now, let me share some of my favorite sewing features of the B79 Yaya Han edition, because there are some fancy ones. Thanks to a powerful engine, this machine is a proper workhorse that can handle tough and bulky materials with ease. It comes with an intuitive 5-inch colored touchscreen that displays all the information directly above your sewing project, so you always know what's going on. Plus, with the built-in Bernette Creative Consultant, you can get suggestions for the right stitch, needle, and presser foot for your project with just a few clicks. It's like having your own personal sewing assistant. Last but not least, I want to point out the Bernette Dual Feed, which is an upper feed dog in addition to the lower one that guides fabric safely through the sewing area. It comes in very handy when working with slippery fabrics such as velvet or chiffon. All in all, the Bernette B79 Yaya Han edition is a unique total package for any creative enthusiast. Whether you're working on your next cosplay creation, experimenting with fashion design, or simply looking to take your sewing skill to the next level, this machine has everything you need to succeed. I can't wait to see what you make with it.
All right, guys, that was an awesome video with Yaya. And again, I'm super excited about this machine. But guys, let's bring Yaya herself in and talk all about her brand new machine. So y'all, welcome to the show, Yaya Han.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Blaine. Thanks so much for having me on. I hope you can hear me okay. Everything good?
We can hear you loud and clear. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm hanging out in my sewing room with my beautiful machine. I'm sewing this week, so I just get to spend lots of time with it and doing what I love the most. So it's great.
I tell you, everybody is just so excited about this machine. And, you know, the B79's been out for a little while, but, you know, your new design on it, on the, you know, exterior with the purple and the way it looks, and then all the little extra things that are in it now that you get because of your design and your addition, man, you've got all the dealers nationwide fired up. You've got customers excited. This is awesome.
Well, first of all, I'm seeing everybody in the comments. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for welcoming me. It's so great to see everyone, and it's such an honor for me to be able to work on this project, honestly. And so I'm honestly like really relieved as well as grateful that the reception has been so great, because obviously, like in the cosplay market, like a sewing machine of that caliber, you know, not that many people like, or it's like, I was afraid that people would be like, oh, it's great, but it's a little pricey. But I feel like the extras that we put in, the features, they really make up for the price and really makes this actually a really great deal. And so I believed in it very strongly from the beginning, and Bernette believed in it too. But I just was like hoping that the general public would understand it as well. I'm like, do you understand what a big deal is that the software is included? Like, I hope people will get it. And so it's been amazing to see that, you know, that everyone does understand the value of this machine, as well as reacts so well to the look of it, because of course, like I was like, it needs to be colorful. It can't, you know, it's like if it has my name on it, it has to have some flair and colors to it. So it's all been amazing, truly.
Yaya, I was just admiring your background. Your background in your studio looks so good. It kind of matches the machine.
Thank you. I live the purple lavender life, as you can see. Like it really is very me.
Well, you can see our machine here. We have a purple sew mat that matches the machine really well. So
yes, I have it on actually. So I have
the
sewing. Yeah, my camera is angled to a point that you can't really see it, but the Sewing Machines Plus sew mats are amazing.
Yeah, we love them.
So
I gotta
fantastic.
ask you, So I got to ask you, I think you told me you grew up in China. Is that correct?
I was born in China and I
Okay.
moved to Germany when I was like 8 or 9.
Okay.
So I actually grew up in Germany. Yeah,
Grew up
which
in
has
Germany.
been kind of fun because the Bernette team, the international team, their native or their main language is German. So I feel like there was like a little bit of connection for us, like culturally as well.
So when did you move to the United States?
I came to the U.S. As a maybe far too young adult, and I kind of stayed against my parents' wishes. I kind of talk about the story in my book, and it's definitely like I was a bit out of how do you say, like I wasn't really quite sure what I wanted to do with my future. Like Germany is very, how do you say, like it's pretty hard, at least like it was in the late 90s, to do a creative career. So I was in gymnasium, which is the university there, and my first year and I did not get along, did not feel like it was somewhere I belonged. I was such a closeted anime fan and manga fan, and I couldn't relate to a lot of people my age back then, like, because anime was not that prevalent back then in Germany. So, but I was exposed to it because I would go back to China every summer to visit my family, and their anime was playing on TV and you could buy manga. And so I just kind of felt out of place. But then when I came to the United States, I was here for an exchange school program, and I was only supposed to stay for a year. But I found like a local anime club. I found lots of people that I related to in high school. Like in high school, I was like in the arts program. I was in theater. I did any of the musical classes, and so I really like to sing. I really like to draw and paint, and so I would like draw fan art of anime and manga characters. So in America, I just felt really like I felt I belonged. So even though it was very difficult and I really didn't have that much support, and the first few years were really, really tough, like first generation immigrant. I didn't have anybody here, and but I'm glad I stayed. And it led me into cosplay because cosplay kind of saved my life back then. It like gave me, something really passionate that I wanted to continue doing. And so long story short, I just kept on, started learning how to sew, make costumes, go to conventions. I would sell my fan art at conventions as well as cosplay there. And it just from there slowly built up a very grassroots name recognition. Like I would win a lot of costume contests until they were like, please stop competing. Can you judge instead? So it's like everything I've done, like becoming a professional has been in this, it comes from a space of just being an authentic fan and wanting to just be in the anime and sort of creative world as much as possible. So any opportunities that I got, like I used to make costumes for nightclubs, and I used to make costumes and accessories for private clients, which I'm like, back then there was like, not, you can't even call it a business. There was somebody emailed me, be like, I like that costume you wore. Can you make me one? I'd be like, okay. So I would like just do whatever it took to make money being creative. And that was 20 years ago. So.
Wow. Hey, I got to ask you, so I know that you got into cosplay first, right? And then did that kind of led you into getting into sewing so you can make your own outfits? Is that kind of how it worked?
Well, I wanted to cosplay, but if you did not sew your own costumes or had like a mom or grandma or aunt to make it for you, you didn't have a costume. Like you could not buy costumes back then, especially not from anime or video games. And I I had no family here in America. I had no one to teach me how to sew, but it was like sort of that, I want to cosplay so badly, so I'm going to do whatever it takes to learn. And so, another person in the anime club I was in, she knew how to sew, and she like let me buy her old machine for $40. I have no idea what machine it was. Literally have no idea. Cannot even. It was like very bare bones, manual machine. And but I was able to make something, and it like stayed on. And so that was like, you can turn a pile of fabric into something you can wear. Let me explore that more. So it just kind of from then on continued. I just kept having other costumes I wanted to make. And I don't know. My story is like the story of a very it is an American dream. Yes, I pursued the American dream, but I pursued like a very niche, weird little cornerstone. like not very underground and weird. But I think it was just like my passion for it kept making me wanting to continue. And so I literally just kept on as much as I could.
So I gotta, if you wouldn't mind, we probably have a lot of our viewers out there that
thanks, Diana.
probably don't really realize what anime or actually what cosplay actually is. Could you explain kind of how you come up with the characters and what anime and the difference of like comic books and videos and different things are?
Well, cosplay is, costume play, but it really is now such like a global phenomenon. I think at the heart of things, cosplay is the ultimate form of fan expression, because as a fan of something, you are not just consuming the media, you're not just watching the show or the movie or playing the video game, you are turning that into something. It's like it fires it up so much that you're actually going out and creating something. You're inspired that much. And so I feel like, there's of course a lot of other fan activities you can do. A lot of fan artists do fantastic work, and that's also a form of fan expression. With cosplay, because I used to do fan art, so I understand these sort of like the draw of like what makes you want to draw a character, but then what makes you want to be the character. And that was like so much more of a draw to me. And it actually made me kind of veer away from doing fan art. And I switched over to expressing myself through making the costumes and transforming into the characters. And so that really is what it is. It's like people dress up because they want to be this larger than life character for a day. And it's sort of kind of weird because you kind of discover aspects of yourself through cosplaying a character. Like I used to be a lot more shy, introverted, and I used to not be able to do public speaking. And I also have very low self-esteem about my appearance and everything. And I feel like cosplay, through being these characters that are supposed to be beautiful or very brave or very strong, it's like I could pull out those aspects within myself. And so that's the aspect that I think a lot of people don't understand if they have never done it before. And that is what I always encourage people to give cosplay a chance. It's not that you look silly. You're not going to look silly at all. You're going to look awesome because people are not going to see you. They're going to see that character, And you're going to make a lot of people happy because those people love this character, or they, have their own experiences with the character and they can interact with you as a character. Like behind me is my Chun-Li costume from Street Fighter 6. And I made it on the Bernette B79. And that is a costume that means a lot to me because the character Chun-Li has been part of my life for a long time. I used to play Street Fighter as a kid, and I would always play Chun-Li because she was the only Asian or the only Chinese girl. And so I really was drawn to her. And so over the years, she's had different iterations, and I've cosplayed other versions of her. And so be able to make this Chun-Li costume, it's like it, meant a lot to me. And it's like bonded even more with the character, and I see more of like Chun-Li in me, you know. So it's like, and it's all great qualities, you know. It's like even if I like cosplay a villain character or you know, a bad character, there's also something fun in that. And I think that's the draw to cosplay, is everybody just wants to be somebody else for a day, and this gives you the freedom to, and not just on Halloween.
Well, I gotta, you know, I know that a lot of people do characters that are in video games and or comic books and different things. What, I know you've made over 400, you know, outfits.
Mm-hmm.
What have you, or costumes, I should say? Where have you drawn most of your inspiration from? Has it been the you know, the video games, or is it, you know, comic books? Which one?
I think at the heart of it, I am an anime and manga fan, because that was like the first, you know, the first stories that I read. And so I'm definitely drawn to those characters, but I love the variety of cosplay, and I do love a lot of video game characters, and I've done, you know, comic book and movie and fantasy and sci-fi characters. I've also created a lot of my own original characters, and that's something you can also do within cosplay, is you can be inspired by, you know, the vibe of something, but then create your own version. You know, that's where you get a lot of like alternate universe or mashups, you know, Disney princess mashed up with, I don't know, Mandalorians or whatever. So it's like or like steampunk versions of characters. And so there's just such a wide variety. It really is like, it encompasses all creativity. So it's not like it's not like, oh, if you're not doing this, then that's not considered cosplay. It really is like, if you're dressing up as a fictional character or your original character, you know, nowadays it's known as cosplay.
Well, y'all, I got to ask you, if I was going to get into cosplay, what should my first character be?
Your first character should be a character that you have a connection to. So I couldn't tell you, because it's not actually about what you look like and which character you look like. Although a lot of people like me, like with Chun-Li, because she is a Chinese woman, me as a Chinese woman, I was drawn to her. And so I related to her automatically more because I kind of look like her. But I've also cosplayed many characters that I look nothing like, but that, you know, were like the transformation factor was sort of the challenge and the fun of it, where like, I want to see if I could, you know, alter my appearance to look totally different. And so I feel like for your first character, it should always be somebody that you can see yourself as. It's like you can envision yourself being them. And I feel like that ends up being, you know, what kind of media do you consume? And it doesn't have to be, you know, Asian media. It can be, you know, whatever TV shows, or it's like we all watch something, right? We all read whatever books. And so we all have something that is, you know, speaks to us. So definitely choose a character that you can envision yourself as, and then look around and see like maybe what other people have done with that character. You know, I always like search, you know, whatever character and then cosplay just to see what other people have done. And I think that sort of helps you, like when you see it on a person, it sort of helps you visualize, okay, these are the types of clothing I need to make, or, you know, this is what the proportion would look like on a real person. And then you can go and figure out your own, you know, your own spin on it. You can like decide, you know, this person, it has a certain background, you know, what kind of fabrics would their outfits be made out of, or what kind of accessories would they have. And that's the fun part, because you end up getting into, like, you're just spending time with the character, right? It's like, that's great, because you're just like, you know, bonding with them and getting to know them more. And when you're making the costume, it's very exciting, because at some point you'll like stop seeing yourself in the mirror, you start to see the character, and that's really cool.
All right, I got everybody out.
Thank you.
Oh, I got everybody out there. Put in the comments right now what character you could see me as. Airplane pilot. Kennedy, while you were talking, said Ron Burgundy. Everybody know Ron Burgundy.
Hey, that's very swaggy. Yeah, you could rock the 70s.
I'd have to have a big mustache.
Like the big collar.
I was thinking more of Captain America.
Yes, of course. You can be whoever you want. I cosplay Wonder Woman.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I look nothing like Wonder Woman, but so.
Well, so, I know that you've got a long background in into cosplay and everything, but tell me a little bit about the Bernina relationship. How did that all come about, and how did you get into getting to design this unbelievable machine?
Well, let's see. So I feel like obviously Bernina approached me, first of all. I never approached Bernina because in my little mind, I'm just like, there's no way a company like that, the Rolls Royce of sewing machine company, why would they want to work with me? But I was on a TV show that was on Sci-Fi called Heroes of Cosplay. That was 2013 and 14. And it was the first network TV show about cosplay. And I feel like that gave me a lot of legitimacy in maybe like the business realm, because I was already pretty well known as a cosplayer before that. But I think after the TV show aired, people outside of cosplay could, relate to me and be like, she's a person that knows this market. And it was like around, I would say 2015, 16, when certain companies became more interested in cosplay. And so they approached me first. So the first company I worked with was McCall's Patterns. And so they approached me to design some patterns for them that are meant for cosplayers. And from there, I went on to do a fabric line. And I think that is where like 2016, 17-ish is when Bernina, they met me at C2E2, a convention in Chicago. So they already had a booth there. So they were already aware of the cosplay space. And then it was like they met me at the event. I guess they saw like, oh, she's not a crazy person. So they were like, hey, do you want to become an ambassador? And so I was a Bernina ambassador from 2017 on. And so they sent me a machine. I started sewing on it. My whole life changed. I was like, oh my God, how did I sew on anything else before? Just completely blew my mind. The 580 is what they sent me. And then in 2018, or actually it was like end of 2017, Bernina reached out again and said, we are launching the 590 in 2018, and we'd like you to be the expert for it. It's like their expert program where like I basically, learn the machine, learn the ins and outs of it, and help launch it and help with the marketing campaign. I didn't help develop the machine in any way. And I made a costume with it. I utilized the embroidery functions and, a lot of the other great functions of the 590. And then I went to Bernina University in 2018 to launch the machine. And then also just sort of introduce Bernina or introduce the cosplay customer to the Bernina dealership. But back then I felt like, the 590 is just, the price range does not mesh with the cosplay market. And so even though I really wanted to bridge the gap, it just felt like it was really difficult to get the dealership to understand, this new market, and as well as to get cosplayers to understand, like, it's worth it to spend $7,000 on a sewing machine, So at that point, I already had sort of like the seeds of like, I wish I could make a machine that was, high quality, but just a tier lower price point that's more attainable to more people. But it was like not the right time. So Bernina was definitely not it was just not the right time to do it. So we kind of, I think we talked about it for like 5 minutes in Steckborn in Switzerland, just like, whoa. And but then they approached me Claudia from Bernina International emailed me last year and was like, we're ready now. We want to make a machine with you. And they were like already really motivated. And so the email was really exciting. I actually cried when I got the email because it wasn't just a, hey, Yaya, we want to make a machine with you. You know, let's get on a call. It was like, we want to make a machine with you. We're thinking this, you know, base model. We're thinking that it should have these features. We'd like to develop it during this time frame, and we want to launch it on, you know, during this month. And so it's like, it was very like real from the first email. So I, you know, immediately wrote back and we got on a call, and they sent me a 79 to see if I would like it and to test out the functions and see if that we could build upon it. And so I did. I made costumes with it. And of course, it's like, I was like, you know what? It has the Bernina brain. It embroiders. It has a good hoop size. And, you know, I was like, there are some things I want to definitely add and change. And so it just was a very close collaboration with the international team. Lee Dan was the lead on the product development team. And I also talked to a bunch of, I suppose, like a lot of meetings, a lot of like Zoom meetings. But we definitely like came up with the idea of that it needed to be colorful. I definitely wanted way more embroidery designs on there loaded that were already like geared towards garment making. And we ended up with like close to 70. I wanted to change the entire embroidery, you know, library. I was like, I want to just, can I have 200? And they were like, no, that's too many. So like, we like, you know, culled from all the different ideas that I had. I think we had like 5 different tiers of like cutting and choosing that, where we ended up with the, I think 68 embroidered designs that are exclusive on the machine. And then like the presser feet, I was just like, can I please have a ton of presser feet? Because I'm just like, you know, presser feet are expensive, and I just, you know, want to be able to include as many as possible, and it'll add so much value to the machine, and blah, blah, blah. And then, like, I will say, I will take so much credit for this, but I was like, I'm not doing the machine unless you put the software in. And we definitely had like a week where we had to really talk it over, because they were like, we can't give them the full software, can we? That's like, you know, that the software is not, you know, free to them. There's like, it costs money for them to include it. And so, and they were like, can we put something else in it? And I was like, no, it has to be the software. And so I'm really grateful, by the way, very grateful to the Bernette team to like allow me to put the software in with the machine, because in my mind, as a cosplayer, there is no way you can get into embroidery. Like, there's no reason for you to have an embroidery machine if you don't have the software. Like, other people, like other types of garments sewers or quilters or just sewists in general, they can use the existing software, or they can buy, you know, not the existing, they can use the existing designs, or they can buy additional designs from OESD or other places and just load it on and go for it. But like cosplayers, every costume has something unique and special and very particular to the character. So from day one, a costume sewist, and I think a lot of garment, you know, fashion sewists as well, they want to be able to design their own design. So it's like, I was like, you have to include it. And I was like, and that's going to be the best selling feature for it. That's going to give people the bang for their buck. So yes, long story short, we did that. Sorry, I've been rambling on forever.
No, I'm loving hearing it, and the SMP Nation out there is loving this as well. So I've got to ask you, you know, I know your purple's your favorite color. So, but how did you? What inspired you to come up with the design that you did on this? Because this thing is just, I personally think, you know, Kennedy loves the is it the Cafe?
The 475 QE, the Cafe edition.
Cafe edition. She loves that colorful edition.
Gorgeous.
But everybody that has seen this machine and on our team just were blown away. They're like, this is one of the best looking machines that Bernette's ever come out with.
It's
and
true.
and I personally think so too. We were just talking about the design. So what inspired you for the design?
Well, it was a collaborative effort with the Bernette team. So Lee and her team, they had some ideas. I, of course, pulled together a lot of, I think I just like collected a bunch of inspirations and, you know, wrote like this big email with different pictures and thoughts and such. And I was like, it has to have a design on it. It has to have color on it. And then we kind of went back and forth on how much color, you know, should the whole machine be colored? I was like, maybe not, you know, still need to be able to see, you know, your sewing area. And so they ended up presenting a few options of just like coloring different aspects of it. And as far as like the lavender color, I think it was just like, I just wanted a color that wasn't, first of all, wasn't gendered, and that was complementary to the machine. So it couldn't be too dark, you know, as much as I like love royal purple, like I didn't want it to be royal purple and white. I thought that was too stark. So, and then I was like, it should be a little muted, like maybe on like the bluer, like more blue rather than red toned. And so they had, you know, some mock-ups with different colors, and I chose the color. And then what like they told me is that I think like the Pantone color of the year for this year is a lavender shade. And they were just like, that's like the universe telling us that needs to have like a lilac lavender shade. So that's how the color came about. The hexagon design, that was definitely my idea. And so I was like, I thought it needed something geometric. I didn't want to go like swirly flowery because, you know, of course, like the cave machines are out there already. And I love the hexagon as a motif because it is both technical and futuristic, but also organic. And so it's like found in nature over and over again. And I just think, you know, it's just a very nice shape that, you know, and then we, you know, they kind of played around with the different, there were a few iterations of like how much of the machine should be colored. And then my signature, I was in Germany at the time visiting family. So I had to like borrow a nice pen from a friend. I was like, do you have like actually like an inking pen or something? And so I like wrote my signature or like just created a new signature over and over and over again until like I found one that I liked, and I sent that in and they vectorized it and put it on. And so it was truly a collaborative effort, and I'm really happy with how it looks. And, you know, it's like, and it has inspired me too, but I'll maybe talk about that at the end, like what it has inspired me to do. So, but yeah, well, continue.
It's awesome. And I love that, you know, to me, I look at this as almost like one of those timeless machines that, you know, some machines when they have really kind of crazy designs or things, you kind of get tired of them after a while. I think this is something that'll stay forever. Nobody will ever get tired of because it's just a really clean look. It's just a good looking machine all around. I love it. So tell us a little bit about.
You guys know machines and see lots of machines. That makes me very happy.
We see a lot of them, trust me, and a lot of brands. So we were really pumped about this. And so, you know, you talked about what it's inspired you to do. So tell us a little bit about that then.
Okay, so okay, I guess I will. So I of course, part of me, like my ongoing effort is now that the machine is out, I want to create a continuous content and tell people about the features, show them the different features. And so of course, I'm going to make a costume with it. But my idea was just like, oh, let's just like make like a cute original character that, you know, will have like some embroidery on it, and I sketched it out, and it'll be like a kind of Asian inspired but fantasy, like Lolita outfit, whatever. But then I was at BU, and that was like the first time that I saw people's reactions in person to the machine, and how many people mentioned how much they love the colors. And then after BU, I went straight from Dallas to Los Angeles for Anime Expo to work. And I had an extra day in the fabric district. And so I kind of just like went nuts and bought a bunch of fabric. But what BU and like the machine, seeing my machine in person, actually like out in the world, it inspired me. It inspired me to make the costume in matching colors to the machine. So I'm basically going to cosplay my sewing machine. So that's going to be a project that's going to be ongoing, coming up, and all the like I'm going to try to put the hexagons in the embroidery, and just like I found beautiful fabrics that really match the colors, and I was like, do I have to dye everything? But I was like, LA Fabric District, it has lots. So yeah, so it's gonna, like, by next year you'll see me running around at the convention in like a costume that is basically a cosplay version of my sewing machine.
That's gonna be pretty awesome. We're looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
So you're currently living in Marietta, Georgia, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I got to ask you about the Big Chicken.
Yes, the Big Chicken is within 8 minutes from my house, and it is a landmark. We do the whole like turn left at the Big Chicken.
See, I've
been to the Big Chicken.
I was telling Kennedy and Kyle in here, I said, guys, she lives in Marietta. I'm going to ask her about the Big Chicken because I know she'll know about the Big Chicken. So everybody who's kind of lost out there is a Kentucky Fried Chicken there it is, right on the screen right now. Kentucky Fried Chicken in Marietta, Georgia, that was built in 1956. And they built the front of the building and it looks like a bird. And everybody in that area refers to it as the Big Chicken. And just like Yaya said, that's how you coordinate your directions. Where's Home Depot? Well, you go down to the Big Chicken and turn left, and it's on the right.
Yep, it is. And like the beak moves and the eye moves. The eye like goes in a circle, which makes it look really derpy. But like the beak just kind of opens and closes. And yeah, it's like, it truly is it's so weird. It's like we'll have friends visiting from out of town or even out of the country, and my husband will like make a point to drive us past the Big Chicken to show them the Big Chicken, just to be like, that's the Big Chicken. So yeah, like, so we have friends from like Switzerland coming, or like, other places that like come visit us from Europe or whatever, and they're just like, all right, we have to go buy the Big Chicken. So
I used to drive by it all the time, but I used to live in Kennesaw off of Burnt Hickory.
Oh yeah,
that's right. I would shoot down Burnt Hickory over there to Marietta, and I used to go by that all the time. So it's so funny. Every time I hear somebody from Marietta, Georgia, I always have to say, "Oh, the Big Chicken," there, because everybody knows it.
Yes, truly, yeah, it is part of the culture here.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. So, Yaya, what do you got going the rest of the year? I know that you're a busy lady, and you've got a lot of conventions that you go to. But so, what do you got going on as far as in the sewing world for the next, the rest of the year?
Well, I am going to be working on my new costume, and I have a pretty big trip coming up that I'm prepping for. I leave next Wednesday. I will go to Sweden, to Linköping, for a convention called NERCON, and it's like a big summer festival there. Lots of music, but also anime and video games and cosplay. And they are holding a huge cosplay contest. It's called the Nordic Cosplay Championship, and it's eligible to different countries in Scandinavia, and they're adding different countries every year. So like they're preliminaries, and it's literally like they send representatives that won and represent each of the countries, like Norway and Denmark and Sweden, whatever, and they come and compete in this really fantastic cosplay contest. And they have to do a stage performance. All their costumes have to be handmade. And they asked me to judge it this year. So I have to go there and meet with the contestants, see their costumes, evaluate them up close. And I believe the Nordic Cosplay Championship will be streamed. And I will make a post on like where you can watch it. I think it'll be streamed, but that's coming up for me at the end of July. And then right from Sweden, I have to fly to Japan because I was also tasked to judge the World Cosplay Summit, which is also an international cosplay contest, but it has over 40 countries all over the world representing, and it's the Olympics of cosplay. So I was held in Nagoya first weekend in August. And so I have to go there and also meet with 40 teams or see 40 teams on stage. And I believe we have like, I don't know, maybe 8 different judges. So it's going to be a really tough, like whoever's crowned will be truly like the world champion of cosplay. And these cosplayers, they have been preparing for months. Some of them have been dreaming of this for years. It's a really, really big deal for them. So it's also a huge deal for me because I have, I love judging contests because I used to compete and I know exactly what goes through a competitor's mind as well as what they need from, like they need to be supported by judges. We're not there to criticize them. We're there to listen to them and really like decide who executed their plan the best and did the best job. And so being able to go and judge both the Nordic Cosplay Championship as well as the World Cosplay Summit, it's a really big deal for me. It means a lot. And so I am definitely looking forward to, being able to meet lots of cosplayers from different countries and seeing some fantastic stage performances and beautiful costumes. Like it's a lot of, it's very similar to like a cultural exchange. I think like the people that compete, they don't go there because they want to win, or that's not the only reason they go. Like it's a chance to meet so many people that you have maybe only followed online for many years and only talked to via comments and messages, but you can actually like hang out with them, eat with them, and spend time with them. And so that's what I'm really looking forward to. And it's always inspiring. I always am very interested in, how people make costumes in different countries. I always want to know, where do you buy fabrics? Where do you buy other materials? I will like go to a district if they have one. I always make people take me to fabric stores in different countries. In Japan, there are cosplay specific stores. I always go to them to see like what the latest innovations are or trends are. And I'm always asking people like, what do you sew on? I kind of take note of the trends. And so that's why I think embroidery is like, it's time for embroidery in cosplay, because I've been seeing it more and more. I've been seeing more people talking about it, and I've been seeing it pop up more in contests. So it's really great. Like as a person who loves cosplay, but also as someone who works in this industry, it's like I have the opportunity to do a lot of market research and really get like hands-on knowledge and of like what the community needs and what we can do, what kind of materials and tools we can make to be helpful to cosplayers. And, so it's awesome.
Well, you know what? It sounds like you're going to be extremely busy, but we would love to have you back again to work with SMP and
yeah, absolutely.
Maybe teach a little project class. You never know. We can do some really cool things together. But
for sure, I would love to just like tell people or show people more the features of the machine, and I'm sure you've already talked about it on the stream, but like just like what you can do with it. I also forgot to mention that Bernette and I will be at Dragon Con. That is the Labor Day weekend, first weekend in September in Atlanta. And it's a huge cosplay focused convention, and Bernette will be there with a booth as well as teaching classes, sewing classes. So, and I will be a guest there. I will help out with some panels as well as host their big Friday night cosplay contest. So like, I feel like if DragonCon is pretty accessible, and so if you're in the South, especially if you're in Georgia, definitely look it up and check it out. It's a really fun event and very unique, and it's not specific to a genre. Actually, it's like a mix of every genre, so it's really cool.
Well, everybody out there, let us know if you would love to see Yaya come back and actually use the B79 and do some sort of little project and teach y'all some things that you could do on it. Because, man, we didn't even touch. I mean, I talked a little bit about some of the features on this Yaya, but it's got so many features. And I tell you, this machine is awesome, and the stitch quality on it is unmatched. I mean, I just absolutely love it. And what you've done with the design is fantastic. And the package that comes with it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I really love the box.
18 feet.
Yes, it's a huge box. I don't know. It's been awesome to collaborate with Bernette. Honestly, they're so dedicated. Their whole team is so dedicated. And so, everyone is so supportive of me. And, it's like, if I tell them I would like to do this, they're really receptive. So it's been an amazing experience to develop this. And I honestly think, I don't know if I could have developed this machine with another company. I think it's very rare to have a team that is, so like passionate, like matches my passion, which is, rare. So, cause I get obsessive over things, but they've been so great. And I think we will continue to educate people about, all the functions of the machine, as well as like how to buy it in different countries, because of course the Bernina and Bernette dealerships, they operate through individual dealers. And so like we have definitely a lot of opportunities to buy the machine in the US, but I'm like, how can people in Asia get it? Or how can I make sure people in South America have a chance to get it and such? So, and I get a lot of questions about that too. So we'll continue working on that. But thank you so much for supporting the machine and for carrying it. You're such a trusted name, and I hope that everyone watching, like, if you want to get this machine, you have a wonderful resource right here. So yeah, please have lots of fun with it.
Hey, I got to throw something out there now. What do y'all think a matching serger would look like?
Okay, I'll bring it up to the.
I could see a little combo, guys. Put in the chat. What do y'all think? If we had a little combo with it, that would be awesome. But Yaya, thank you so much for coming on today and sharing your story with the SMP Nation. And we love the machine. I know everybody out there is going to love this. And we've got a fantastic package today for them. They have to call in to get a great package. But guys, give us a call at 800-401-8151 and to get your order today. And tell us a little bit about your book, if you don't mind, real quick before we let you go. Just how could they get the book?
Oh, yes, I wrote a book. Let's see. I can't grab it within reach because I didn't think to. Actually, hold on. If you give me 1 second, I will grab it. But yes, I wrote a book. I'll be back in 3 seconds.
All right. So she's going to give her book, guys. And again, I'm super excited about that. I want her to show her book, and then we're going to get Yaya to tell you how you can reach all her social media. She has over 3 million followers on social media. And so let's talk a little bit about the book real quick. There it is.
Yeah, so I wrote a book about cosplay, and the publisher insisted that I call it Yaya Han's World of Cosplay. I would have chosen a different name. I had like some, had some other, but It's called Yaya Han's World of Cosplay, but it is a book about cosplay culture. So it's not just a book about sewing. It actually like has a lot of information about like the history of cosplay. I actually received permission to use pictures from like the first time a fan costuming occurrence happened. It was like the Forrest J. Ackerman and Myrtle. They cosplayed or like they dressed up in fan costuming for the first time at the World's Fair in 1939. And so I was like able to put in the history of cosplay. Like this was the article that where like cosplay as a term was mentioned for the first time in Japan. And so I really wanted to write a book that sort of like help people understand why we do what we do, as well as it is, you know, partially a biography, autobiography on me, because I have sort of lived this, you know, this life within cosplay. I've seen all the changes, and I've also evolved with it. So it's a book you can get from my website, which is yayahan.com, as well as Amazon, and you can go to your local bookstore, and if they don't have it, you can get them to order it. But it is widely available. It came out during the pandemic, so that was a bit rough. Like I wasn't able to do a book tour like we had planned. But if you want to understand what cosplay is, and if you want to get to know me, definitely, I would love for you to read the book. And especially if you are a dealer or you work in like the sewing space, but you want to get to know the cosplay customer, I also recommend this book, because this will tell you like why cosplayers do what we do.
Well, hey, I think Yaya, we need to sell your book on our website.
Really? If you would like that, of course.
Yeah.
We can.
And you know what I would like to do? If I could call me after we get finished with here, because I want to talk to you about this, but I would like to give 2 of your books away and you autograph them on the show today.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Of course.
I'll buy a couple books right now, but I'd like to give a couple away. I think that would be awesome, and I'd love to sell them. And think about it. Somebody buy a brand new Yaya edition B79, and they could buy their book. That'd be a great combo right there. Yeah. It'd be awesome. And you know, when you get the embroidery design going, you can be reading. Yeah, right? Exactly. Perfect.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'd like to do that, get you to autograph a couple of them, and we'll buy them from you, and then we'll just give them away on today's show. That'd be fantastic. So let's talk after this, and we'll talk about how we could carry your book. And again, they can find you on yayahan.com.
Yayahan.com.
I guess you have all your social media links on your website, correct?
Yep. My website has all my social media, and I'm pretty active on Instagram, Twitter, and I do still. I'm pretty active on Facebook as well. So definitely, you can easily keep up with me. I'll be doing a lot of travel posts soon because I'm about to be on the road.
Yeah, if y'all want to keep up with her, she's going to be traveling a lot. I'm sure you're going to be posting a lot of pictures. So y'all make sure go subscribe to her YouTube channel. Go like her Facebook page so you'll be in kind of the know. Follow her along with all her travels. And it has been exciting talking to you, exciting about this new machine. And thank you so much for coming on. I know everybody loves you out there.
Thank you so much. Everyone has been so kind. I haven't been able to even like respond to most of the comments because there's so many, but I really, really appreciate you. Have a great community for sure.
We call it the SMP Nation.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why. There are such great customers. And we have a bunch of them out there that follow every single show that we do. And we do a lot of big events, and they all come to. So we sure do appreciate you, and hopefully we'll get to work with you, again, real soon. And there'll be a lot of fun.
I would love that.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Yaya, for coming on. And again, safe travels to you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed Yaya being on here. What a fantastic story. What a fantastic machine. I'm telling you, I'm so impressed with her story. I'm so impressed with the machine. And guys, we have got a great call-in special today. give us a call. If you're interested in this machine, call us right now, 800-401-8151. I've got some special financing available through Synchrony. Work that out. We've got a great package put together for this today. And again, I mean, can you believe you're getting 18 feet with this?
And I love the fact.
Oh my
I love
gosh.
the fact that she wanted to add the software in.
Yes.
Like, as somebody who does and works in embroidery digitizing, like she's spot on with that.
That's the advantage of having somebody like Yaya that's a great sewer, a great designer, that is kind of helping design a machine versus a engineer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You got somebody that uses the product, that knows how to use the product. They know what they want.
Yeah.
And again, what a great package. I mean, you're getting everything you need. You can do quilting with this. You can do sewing with this. You can do embroidery up to a 6x10 embroidery area. You're getting the 3 hoops. You're getting the Embroidery 9 software, digitizing software, which is $1,000 by itself. You're getting the foot controller. You're getting the dust cover. You're getting the 18 feet. You're getting the exclusive designs. So again, it comes with 156 designs, but 68 of those are exclusive designs that Yaya picked.
Yeah.
And then you're getting 4 designs that it's her designs that she actually made them herself, and one of them is her logo.
Yeah. And
so
you can't get them anywhere else.
Can't get them anywhere else other than the B79 Yaya Edition machine. So guys, get on the phone right now and give us a call, 800-401-8151, and get yours ordered. We have them in stock, ready to ship nationwide, free, absolutely, right to your doorstep. And we got them, came in yesterday, fresh off the press.
You guys better order them now before I take one.
Yeah, because they were limited. This first run was extremely limited. So guys, don't wait. All right, so are y'all ready to win some stuff today? Yes. The first things I'm going to give away is 2 of the Yaya books. Now, guys, you're going to have to be a little patient on this, because the first thing I got to do is I got to talk to Yaya and see how I can get her book. The other thing is I'm going to get her to autograph it for you, and then we're just going to give it away.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Oh, I love it.
I love it too. So guys, let's go ahead, Kennedy, spin that wheel, and let's give our first giveaway. And it's going to be the book, an autograph edition of Yaya's book. Let's see who our winner is going to be.
I'm so jealous of whoever gets this. This is so exciting.
Aaron Potts.
Woo! Congrats,
Aaron Potts is our winner. Aaron, you're watching today from YouTube. So Aaron, what I need you to do is go to SewingMachinesPlus.com. Scroll down toward the bottom of that page where it says claim my prize. Fill out all that information. Hit submit. Once we get the information, we'll fix it up and get it to where, we'll get it shipped to you. But first, I got to get it from Yaya and get her to sign it. But you got a signed copy. We're going to give one more signed copy away. So, Kennedy, spin that wheel.
Woo! Marianne Resendez.
Marianne Resendez.
Resendez.
Okay. Marianne Resendez, watching today from YouTube. So congratulations, Marianne. You just won yourself an autograph edition of Yaya's book.
Woo!
So that's our 2 copies. Next up, we are going to give one away, one of our world famous sewing mats away.
Yes, we are.
Right there, guys. These come in 13 different colors. They come in 4 different sizes, all but the leopard print. It only comes in 2 sizes, medium and large. But guys, I always say this, if you don't have a sew mat, what are you doing, Kennedy?
You're doing your machine a disservice.
There you go. You've got to have a mat for your machine. There's so many features, reduces the vibration to the machine, like makes electronics last longer, makes your machine last longer. It reduces that noise. It also does not let it scratch the surface you have it sitting on, and it keeps it in place and let it not scoot around.
So when you have that brand new B79 Yaya Han edition, no scratches.
You got to get a purple mat for it.
You got to.
It looks so good on this purple mat. All right, guys, we're going to give one of these away right now. So Kennedy, spin that wheel.
Woo! Bum, bum.
Nancy Fitzpatrick. So Nancy, you just won yourself a sew mat. So what we need you to do is go to SewingMachinesPlus.com. Scroll down toward the bottom of that page where it says claim a prize. Fill out all the information completely. In the notes section, most importantly, tell us what color sew mat you want, what size, and we'll get that information. We'll get it shipped out to you. All right, Kennedy, let's give a $100 gift card away. So spin that wheel.
Okay, let's do it. Amy Ranches.
Amy Ranches is our winner. She is watching today from Facebook. So Amy, we need you to go to smplive.tv. Scroll down toward the bottom of the page. Excuse me. Fill out all the information, complete, hit submit, and then we're going to email you back a gift card code that you can use at the checkout on SewingMachinesPlus.com and take $100 off your purchase.
Woo!
It's that simple.
Blaine, can we do a machine next?
Let's do a machine.
And can we do a Bernette B33?
Let's do it. Let's celebrate Bernette today. We're going to give a Bernette B33 sewing machine away. Guys, this is a really nice little sewing machine, very portable. Quilters absolutely love this. And so, guys, we're going to give one of these away right now. So, Kennedy, spin that wheel.
Let's do it. This is a great travel machine, too. If you're going to classes, super lightweight. Oh!
We won!
Yay! We won!
Finally win something.
Just kidding, guys. We're going to spin again.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
I think we got to spin again.
Did I see a Laura Cook on there?
You probably did. Wolf Geist!
Woo! Congrats, Wolf Geist!
Our very own keeper of snakes.
Yes.
Wolf Geist. So congratulations, Wolf Geist. You just won yourself the little Bernette machine. And Wolf Geist is watching today from YouTube. So Wolf Geist, we need you to go to smplive.tv. Scroll down toward the bottom of that page where it says claim a prize. Fill out all the information, hit submit. And once we get that in, we will actually ship your brand new Bernette machine right out to your doorstep.
Woo! I'm checking to see if you commented. I don't know if you're
Awesome.
watching.
All right, guys, tell me in the comments what you thought about today's show. Did you enjoy Yaya being on? Do you love the machine? Tell me what you think about the machine. And again, guys, I'm super excited about this. And I think this is a home run. And I tell you right now, we are going to sell out of these machines today. I think we only got 10 or 12 in yesterday, and we will sell out of them today. So, guys, if you want to get one of these, jump on the phone right now and give us a call. We do have a call-in special, 800-401-8151 to get yours. And if you get it ordered today before 2 o'clock Pacific time, it'll probably ship today.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So you'll get it probably a couple days.
Yeah.
So nationwide. So, all right, guys, thank y'all so much for joining in. And again, tune in next Tuesday. Kennedy's going to be hosting the Takeover Tuesday show. Make sure y'all come check that out. It'll be at 10 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Central. And then I'll be back here with Kennedy and Kyle on Thursday next week, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Central. We'll have another great show for you. So, guys, we hope that you have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.